China committed genocide against Uyghurs, independent tribunal rules.
Here's a summary of the article.
China has committed genocide against the Uyghur people in Xinjiang, an unofficial UK-based tribunal has found. The Uyghur tribunal cited birth control and sterilization measures allegedly carried out by the state against the Uyghurs as the primary reason for reaching its conclusion on Thursday. The Chinese state has been accused of crimes against humanity and genocide in Xinjiang, a large region in the country's northwest which is home to the Uyghurs and other minority Muslim groups. Among the witnesses was the Uyghur linguist Abdoueli Ayup, who testified about the harassment of his family in Xinjiang and the 15-month sentence imposed on him in his absence for inciting terrorism, a common allegation leveled by the Chinese state against Uyghurs. The U.S. government has accused China of a genocide against the Uyghurs, and the parliaments of the UK, Canada, the Netherlands, and Lithuania have passed resolutions making the same declaration. The case for genocide is based on reports that China is taking steps to erase the culture of the Uyghurs and assimilate or diminish the population through programs of forced relocation and birth control. The Uyghur Tribunal was established by Sir Geoffrey at the urging of the World Uyghur Congress, a global activist group.
This post received a score of 35,000, with an upvote ratio of 87%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
What is the point of such tribunals if they don't have actual legal power? To gather and present all the evidence that could possibly be used by governments in the future maybe? Honestly asking, since I wasn't even aware they existed before today.
I figure they're generally a mix of showmanship, an attempt to create some political pressure, and before we even talk about doing anything, let's go over what information we have.
No proof of mass killings, alleged efforts to prevent births. Am I missing something here? It sounds like they basically have no evidence. Not trying to defend China, but just curious what the point of this article is.
Oh look, someone who read the article past a headline and is asking smart questions. This isn't a sub for you, unfortunately.
From 1980 to 2015, China implemented a one-child policy. But minorities were exempt, and were allowed one extra. After the one-child policy was ended, families were allowed two. So it sounds like they are penalizing families that had more than two. So is this them judging it morally wrong? Maybe. But it seems at least fair.
So it's genocide because China gave them more leeway than Han Chinese? And even then it was just fines, although the IUD was too much.
Title says, China has committed genocide against the Uyghur people in Xinjiang, an unofficial UK-based tribunal has found. The judge goes, reading the tribunal's judgment, Sir Geoffrey said there was no evidence of mass killings in Xinjiang, but he said that the alleged efforts to prevent births amounted to genocidal intent.
They've been genociding themselves with the one-child policy, I guess.
Minorities are exempt from limited child policy though.
Yeah, they're genociding themselves even harder than they're allegedly genociding minorities. Absolute madmen.
Man-redditors will want and rave about Chomsky's manufacturing consent, only to turn around and beat war drums with the Conservative Party the moment the Kia mentions anything having to do with China.
Didn't you hear the news? It's the new Cold War, which never actually ended, only this time with China, like it always was.
Oceania is at war with Eastasia. Oceania had always been at war with Eastasia.
Yet another London-based China tribunal, they even used the same website template. According to Google, people who searched for this also looked for National Endowment for Democracy Victims of Communism Memorial Foundation, CESANUR. Radio Free Asia. Thanks Google.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.